Don't you dare say it.
Don't touch the mic. Hey everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Okay, I'm Miami.
I'm Shayla.
And this is Brains and Beauty times 2. Okay, so tonight, this morning, this afternoon, we are about to review Season 2, Episode 2 of
Monogamy. I don't know how else to say it other than that. It just sounds so when you say it like that.
Okay, so we're going to start with, as we did last time, our emotions on this episode. How do we feel after just watching it? It has just ended, and we are just pressing record right after it.
Oh my God. My emotions on this one. I'm shocked at a couple of things.
So shocked
I'm shocked, and I feel sad for some of them. I truly do. I feel sad for some of them.
I don't even know. Okay? I don't even know what I want to feel right now in this moment. Like, no, for real, I really don't know how to feel. It is just like,
it's so many different things going on with each couple that it's like, it's hard to pinpoint
I'm just
one
all
emotion.
over the place. Like, I don't even have one. Like, last episode, I was on it. This episode, I am really like, how you supposed to live your life? Like, how these people supposed to just be having no money, and the man just got his little phone, and then he just and show how much money he had. It's like, the emotions that I'm having is, how are these people supposed to live their life? How they're supposed to
survive, basically.
You know what I mean?
If they have nothing.
If you're supposed to have nothing, Carson, how you finna go see?
I felt so bad. Like, I know we are hard on Maggie. We already know this.
Carson.
But we are even harder on Maggie, I think, this time. Because how you gonna do Carson like that?
But how is he supposed to go see Caroline if he's supposed to be broke?
I don't know, some kind of way.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just thinking about all this money. Like, how are you supposed to, how are you going to get in your car and pay for gas? Like, where are you going to stay at? What motel are you going to stay at? Are you going to stay with family? You're going to stay with friends? Like, where are you going? Like, are you going to be real homeless out here in these streets? My emotions I don't know what to feel right now.
I feel, okay, well, one, let's start with...
Let's start.
Let's start with the first couple that they showed on the show. So let's start with them. So Carson and Maggie. Okay.
All right, let's start with them.
Okay.
So Carson and Maggie.
Yeah. So Carson and Maggie on this episode, season 2, episode 2, everyone is basically evaluating their emotions at this point on what they're going to do, and they're really having to dig and having to discuss why they made the choices they made. And with Maggie and Carson, I feel like Maggie's not really telling him what the real issue is.
Only thing she's telling somebody is, "Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you."
Yeah, that's all she's saying. But
if you say that one more time, please, okay, if I hear "I love you" one more time in this one little clip of episode that's 2 minutes long, girl.
Thank you.
Like, I mean?
My thing is, why she keeps saying "I love you," but she's not giving. He is owed that much. Like, what is it that made... Well, she did say, I made a mistake. I made the decision based off of, I thought this is what you wanted me to do.
Yeah.
And his retort to that was, but why is everything always you acting in reaction to me rather than just saying and being yourself and showing how you truly, truly feel? If you really wanted to stay... Why would you choose to leave based off my emotion?
That's why, because she did not want to
stay.
So
you think she really doesn't want to? She really doesn't want to be there.
First she said, "I love you." Then she said, "I loved you." When you say you loved somebody, that means that I really had love for you. But I think she just had an awakening when she was in front of what is his name? In front of Sawyer.
But why? Because the child keeps coming up, and obviously they're not explaining yet what happened with the kid.
Her story has to unveil more, because it had to be something about that. Something
like she blames him or something, maybe.
Something has happened between Carson is a part of something that she just can't get over, and she just wanted more again, season 1, it showed that she wanted more from a man. She wanted more fire, more steam. She wanted more, because Carson is, by the book, he's just, like how, what's the name say? He is
safe.
Baptist Carson. That's my type. That's my type.
All right, sweetie. Okay.
But no, he's straight laced. He's if he said he loves you, he loves you. If he said he's gonna marry you, he's gonna marry you. If he
but it seems like you, though he maybe wasn't like that before. In some of their flashbacks, he seemed like he was a little less reserved, a little more.
No.
He doesn't seem like how he was when they first showed them, and he was just kind of very silent, not real talkative. He was just kind of in his way, and that's it. He doesn't seem like that in the flashback to me.
I mean, the flashbacks are very quick for me. For me to sit here and judge Carson from the flashbacks, for me, I feel like it's the same kind of guy. And this guy, I think, is a little bit more spicy. Like, this Carson a little bit more spicy.
And you only saw him being spicy with someone else, though.
No, he was spicy with Maggie right here in this conversation. Is what I mean, like spicy talking. Like,
oh, okay.
I feel like he's a little bit more. He's opening up more to how he feels and like all of this stuff. So,
okay, well,
yeah, I don't know if it's just the pregnancy laws.
I was upset at her in this entire episode because it's like he's still. Basically, he still want to crying and fighting for you, and you're not saying anything. It's like you're okay with the fact that that you claim you may have made a mistake, but it's like, where's your emotion? Where is your where are you? Like, what happened to her where she is basically literally cutting herself off from him?
I don't know. I think she's just trying to take it all in or something. I have no idea, but I know when that man said he was about to leave and he had nowhere to go. Come on, like, where can they give? My thing is for the lady over the doggone speaker who talking French or whatever she is. Can they give money or loans, or not even loans? Can they gift out money? Like, okay, here's a piece of money.
Yeah.
Can they do that? Because to me, I feel like how it sets up.
You have to, because how are you supposed to live? You have to have something.
I'm really thinking about Carson's life right now, okay? Because he needs somewhere to go. He needs to have gas. He needs to have food. If he wants to go see Caroline, how's he going to see her to Miami halfway in any type of trip when he ain't got no money? So I'm trying to figure out, can they gift people money? I hope so. Or do they have to go work at do Uber or something to get money, that same day? I have no idea. But anyway, moving on to the next couple. Okay. But Carson and Maggie, I just feel like there's something going on with it, like you said, about that pregnant.
There's something going on with that, and something deeper than is being explained, and she never got over it.
Yeah.
It affected him, but she never moved. She could never move on, and she's always seen him differently from whatever happened. They haven't shown that yet, but I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. How he called to what he said.
But I just felt so bad for him. It was like he was still pleading for her to just open up and say something, like fight for them, and she just wouldn't do it. Yeah, I felt so bad for him.
Yeah,
my heart bled for him. It really did.
Everybody want to have hearts for Carson. See,
Maggie, you tripping?
I've seen this coming since last season, but we're gonna move forward for the next couple, which is Connor and Sawyer and Caroline.
Okay, now these two. Okay, Sawyer and Caroline, I feel like they're probably the most, like, the couple who truly like they love each other. Yeah. I just think that they're very compatible in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But I just think that they've gotten to a point where she wants to be sure that of her choice of what she really wants.
Yeah, I don't know if she wants to be full on gay or lesbian or just bisexual. I don't know.
I think she wants to be. I think. Okay, so guys, in this scene, obviously they showed they were joking around and kidding around.
They're in the house.
They're in the house in the room explaining, like, so what what are we gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like, what now that we both have nothing? What you gonna do? And they kind of start.
My nickname for them in this episode are the Brokies.
Yeah, they are broke.
No money.
So they're just talking about what's next for them individually. Yeah. And they start reminiscing on stuff, and they start playing around, and now they're becoming affectionate. He's starting to remember why he still loved her.
The flashback.
The flashback of when they first met and all that.
That flashback to me, when the uncle told him, even when he first met her.
Yeah.
When he first met her, he was still losing his fight.
His fire in fighting. Yeah.
So he got into, now that I think about it, he got into the marriage, and maybe she held him on to keep trucking, even though even his trainer knew that he was losing his fight. He was losing
his fire, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, okay, you done got into this marriage with this woman who is like doggy dog. Like, she reminds me so much of me. You know, I always feel, alpha females, girl, let's go. You feel me? Like, we here.
You feel me?
It's just how she did him at the end. It was like, hello, move boy. You know what I mean? You gotta come stronger than that. But like, he stepped
she did. Like,
that's so me. Like,
she is
you
very,
gotta come stronger than that. Like, you can't be, oh hey sweet thing. Like, get out the way, cornball. Like, move.
Yeah, like she has a very dominant personality, and you have to come correct.
So I want to see how that story unfolds. But it just showed that his fire was already, and think
she may have reignited it for a little bit,
but for a second, but it wasn't full on.
Yeah,
it wasn't enough.
He kept it going
because what your passion is. That's what your passion is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But again, going back to that room, is no doubt that they both still like her. She still likes him. You know what I mean.
And her thing, and she even said later on in a different scene of the show, I don't know why you think I don't like men. Yeah. Like, why you're so stuck on the girl thing. It's like you're forgetting that I married you. Yeah. And two, I love men too. I love men too. It's just, I don't know. I never explored the other side. I did it once, kind of, got scared, and later we'll go into what happened with that. And, and she got married, and she never really explored that side of her, because she never was honest about it, not even to herself, about how she truly felt. She's trying to prove to him or show him, like, look, you're so hung up on the whole girl thing that you keep forgetting that I love men too. So she goes to show him a new side of her. So she grabs a rope, and starts to tie him up. Now he's surprised, because he's like, hold on, now you into this real freaky kinky stuff? Like, what's going on? Like, you showing me a different side of you. So as she's about to basically undress him, because she's already tied him up, and now he's intrigued, Carson calls. We forgot about that part. Carson calls. Oh, yeah, Carson did and call. She leaves Sawyer on the bed, tied up, pants down, drawers about to come off, and she said they're just having a full-blown conversation with Carson.
Because,
and he's like, what is going on?
I would be talking to Carson too, honey. I would do the same thing. Like, what? Carson?
What you doing? I know you're not talking to him right now while I'm sitting here. Are you tying me up? Like, I thought we was going to see if we could see what we could salvage. No. And she's like, he needs me. Like, what's wrong? Like,
Carson calls me. This is going to be me too. What you said? Meet you where? Halfway?
Yeah, so they're supposed to be meeting up, y'all. We going to see what happens there.
He just wants to meet up. It's nothing, I'm not going to sleep with him or nothing, but.
And then she throw the whole Maggie thing. You want him to say something to Maggie for you? And he was like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
And she gets up and walks out the room, but left him tied up. Boy, that thing was too funny, girl.
Yes, because honey, I would pick up their phone too.
Caroline, girl.
Had whoever in the back, because baby, if Carson calls me.
You know what?
I'm just saying, a type of Carson calls me, baby. Whoever is there, that right there ain't nothing compared to the Carsons, honey. What you say? Meet you halfway where? Okay. Shout out to all the Carsons types. Okay, I'm gonna call you the Carsons, honey. When the Carsons call you, you better put the foolishness in the bag.
So I actually think that they may get back together. I think that there's real love there.
Even though the love is there, it doesn't really matter, because the love can be there. But if somebody wants you to be a certain person, it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
I can love you all day. Maybe you could be my little side boo thing, but we would never be able to be a real true couple because you won't be able to support me unless she opens up and realizes.
But maybe it takes for them to lose everything to realize that?
I don't know. It all depends on how she is, because from the last episode, even episode 1, she was just like, you ain't got no money. Like, I done lost everything. You still ain't got nothing compared to me. It's always compared to her. Compared to me, you have nothing. This man want to go ahead and write a play? You think she gonna sit there and support him when she already said before that he didn't really have nothing compared to her? So the only way I think it would really work for him is for her to change her mind about supporting how he wants to go after these new passions of his. You know what I mean? And if she can do that, I think they could really come together. But if she cannot do that, it's not going to work. Like, we can have sex all day. You know what I mean? The sex compatibility. That's not in the city coming out. You know what I mean? Oh, my
God. It's all right, boo.
Compatibility. That's going to always be. You could be physically attracted to anybody. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
But if you're not there to support that man, especially during something like a play, and she's already down to him when he was bringing in a certain type of money, the beginning of a play is not going to be a lot of money in the beginning. You know what I mean?
That's true. But he also said he's still willing to fight, just not as hard as he was going before.
And again, it will keep going backwards because his passion still won't be there. He's only now doing it just for the money. And then some days he's going to be like, I want to go do this play. Why am I even here? He's going to keep struggling with that, and she's going to have to keep witnessing that and try to keep pushing him. Well, you need to let go of that play then, and then focus on, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to always bump heads when it comes to his next passion and what he feels he wants to do in his life.
Well, at least I feel like this is the couple who's, I think, more so open.
Yeah, they're more verbal.
And they're more open to reconciliation. I think they're more open to the possibility of a reconciliation.
And I like they're just more verbal and more 100 with each other.
Yeah, they just keep it more real.
They're just real open with each other. And again, they're so open that he knows that she downs him and ain't gonna support him and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, they so open. They know everything about each other, well, except for the woman thing. That wasn't open.
Yes.
That was a surprise.
They were keeping the most...
Yeah.
They were actually keeping really big secrets, not little silly stuff from each other. Like, that was one big secret. Like, and it was only because they were just both afraid to share where they were or who they were becoming. It's
a big secret, but it ain't. I guess it is big to him because when you marry a woman, you don't want nobody with your wife, regardless if it's a woman or man. But at least she ain't say, "Hey, I was born a man, and I got a sex change, and we can never have a baby."
Okay, I'm gonna make a comment about that, but we have to move on to the next couple.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now that's big. That's big.
But to him,
it's still, again, I don't want to denounce anybody's feelings, but you know, some men might say, "Okay, that's my wife. She likes girls. Can we pick a girl once a month or something?" I don't know.
Yeah, well, we all know
some men are like that. Some men are like that.
So I felt like he was kind of inkling towards that at one point too. Like, dang, you could have told me, like, you don't know, I might have been okay with it. Yeah, you know, if it was on something like that, but we don't know if that was how it was. But that's how it came off. Right. But anyway, okay, so that's them.
One. Connor and Deandra.
Okay. Okay, now remember, Deandra is the one who got all the money from her mom when she passed.
Connor is
Eddie Winslow.
I'm sorry, Connor.
Yeah, and
Connor was a big character in our life growing up. Like, I grew up with that. That's the only face I see.
Oh yes, and he actually was basically a hustler before he got with her. Yeah, and their biggest issue is that it's non-communication. Okay, now this to me. All of the couples, that is their issue, is that they're not communicating effectively with each other. She didn't trust him because she found out things about him. She knew things about him before they got married, but she didn't understand how much she did not know about him until they got married. Yeah. And then she couldn't trust him because she felt like, now I know so much about your past that is not good, that now I don't know what's true and what's not true. And on top of the fact, I feel like there's parts of your life that are threatening my life, because she made a comment like she found out something that was detrimental to her to their lives even after he changed. And his whole thing is, you never you never could get over my past. You could never move on past that. And you always held your money over my head. Like, this, you like, bow down to me because I have the money. And normally those roles are reversed. Normally it's the man doing that to the woman, not the woman doing it to the man.
Yeah.
And then the kind of man that he is, he wasn't down for that. But at the same time, she felt like he was shooting her like a meal ticket.
This whole scenario, this whole thing between Connor and Deandra, this is a plain example on before you marry somebody, you really need to, and trust me, you're not going to get everything, you know what I mean? But before you marry somebody, really try to learn that person. And don't marry somebody for the what ifs or the possibilities, or I can, turn this man into something, or vice versa. You know what I mean? You got to marry somebody. You got to know at least they past. Okay, what did you do in your past? I did this. Okay, and not keeping it surface.
Yes.
Like, dig deep. You got to dig deep in people's lives, period. And I know some people still ain't going to tell you a lot of stuff, like she hid her rape. You know what I mean? She didn't, and that's something more emotional that she hid compared to him and his past. But I still feel like he didn't want to dig deep down inside because he didn't want to lose her. Yeah. I feel like he was never enough for her and meet up to her standards of what a man's supposed to be in her life. You know what I mean? Like he said, like, now I got all this money, so now I'm the man now that you wanted me to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he probably was never going to be enough.
But was he acting like that? Because he was acting very arrogant and very much a jerk. He was acting very much a jerk in this episode. But is that because he's trying to prove a point, or did he really play her? That's my thing.
Like I said in episode 1, there's no way possible he could have planned this whole thing of him receiving $50 million. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way possible, because that means he would have had to know that they was going to have these issues to get inside of this whole scenario to even want to get there. But
but that doesn't mean he wasn't trying to play her, though.
I don't think he tried to play her. Like, I really think at one point he was really trying to get over and really try to love the lady, but the lady just kept pushing him off. A man at one point, now he got the money now, so you can't tell him nothing. But
because he's being a real jerk right now.
I mean, she put him through it. This man could never be enough to her. My thing was, why you even marry this man or even stay with this man if this man not enough or not to what you want your man to be?
Well, that's true.
I mean, he would never be it unless he makes way more than you. That means he has to make $51 million because you at $50 million. That man he just scorned. Just like when a woman gets scorned, she's very spiteful and not delightful. You know what I mean?
Not delightful.
So he's just in his feelings, and that's why he's looking at Sincere.
I'm sorry, it's spelled sincere, but it's pronounced Sincere.
And that's why, like I said, episode 1 review, he want her. This episode,
he definitely wants Sincere.
He want her bad because he could be himself. Again, that's why he wanted to be himself with his wife, but she didn't. That wasn't enough for her. So that man just, I got your money now. So who are you? You know what, too?
He put up the phone. Y'all don't understand. The man put up the phone on the way out the door and said, well, I guess I'll forever be a hustler. And showed her all the money that she had in her account was now his on his phone, and showed it to her like, girl, bye. Like, I just felt like that was one, if you love somebody, that's so heartless. That is so heartless. You don't do that. Now, I don't think that, again, she was wrong on how she handled certain things.
That's the type of guy he is. That's still in there.
Yeah.
That's still in there.
It is. That was so wrong.
This man who still got that in him, you got to be prepared for petty stuff like that. Because they get real, trust me, I done dated some city boys and some hoodlums. Okay? They real petty back in my old days. So they could get
for that.
Girl, throw it all the way back. But they get real petty. So when it comes to this money stuff like this, when their whole lifestyle is surrounded by money, he just probably got a flashback or something. But he got himself back together to that man that we seen when he was in front of Sincere, though.
And this is why it's so important that everything be put up when they join the experiment. That is why that is so important, that they had to give up everything. The money, everything had to be on the line, because that's the only way that you're going to take it seriously. This is the only way that you're going to understand how serious of a decision it is to either leave or stay with your spouse. Is it more important to have money and stuff or all these things and still be unhappy at home? Like, I think that's a lot. That's most of their issues, is that not all stem, but a lot of it still stems from money. Either the lack thereof or having too much of it. Yeah. And the one who has it thinking they have all this control and power, and the one who doesn't wishing they had more.
Power and control, I don't know what Deandra gonna do, because I want to see how this unveils for her
yeah,
character.
I do too.
Because sometimes when people have money, like, you know, I always say about these titles. When you don't have these titles and we don't have the money, you don't know who you are. You don't know what you want to do. You don't know what is your being? Yeah. You know what I mean? So I want to know if she's going to turn into a different woman that may say, you know what?
She's so damaged from her mother and being raped that it's shaped who she's become, and she's never learned how to deal with it. Yeah, so it's her first husband.
So now she has to deal with the reality of who is Deandra.
Without all that. Yeah.
Separated from her family completely, because her family was part of the money. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So the money made her which means her family makes her, but her family still has some hidden stuff in there because of the rape. So it's just like that money came with the rape, and the rape and the money is kind of one to me in a way. You know what I mean? Because it was her mom's brother. You know what I mean?
it was the uncle, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like kind of related. So when you got rid of all the money, which is the family part, now who is Deandra? Like, can you deal with that? And can you realize either what you had or what you didn't have? Or is that money that important for you to want to go after and stay with Mr. Connor? Or is it wasn't all that? It's just time for you to just start over a fresh life and maybe end up getting a man who probably ain't gonna make all that money, and you end up saying, dang, I should have just did this from day one. Have a man that at least loves me, supports me, and I love him and support him back. So
yes.
I don't know. This is gonna be good for her story. Just for her. Him, he gonna be after
her experiment husband was Dallas, right?
Who?
Deandra.
Yeah, but speaking of, moving on to Dallas. Like I said in episode 1 review, I would never in my life ever date a man like that.
Yeah, he's a real jerk. Now, he's a real jerk.
And listen, I knew that from
season you said that from season 1.
You know what I mean?
Like, yeah. He's a real jerk.
He's crazy. That's number one. He's crazy.
Why he crazy, dog?
This is why he's crazy. Let's move on to the next couple. Dallas and... Crazy Dallas.
Dallas and Sister Ray. That's a new name. Crazy Dallas.
Crazy Dallas, because he is some real type crazy.
He is a character.
He has issues with himself.
Yeah, he does. Oh. Okay, so look,
all that money he got from he got all the money right in the house. He can keep that. Sister Ray, just let him be, girl. Please don't ever even think about going back to that, because that man right there is crazy. He gonna put you back in a crazy house. You won't even probably be on drugs. You probably gonna be in a crazy house messing with him. Some different type of medicines, because that man is a different type. No, for real. Like a man who has to go after women to make himself feel like a man because they're on a different type of journey than him. Like, that's sick.
Well, I agree with you.
So you would go marry a crackhead lady, a bipolar lady, just any lady you might find on the street in a dumpster. You're that insecure about yourself that you have to find somebody with issues,
because only those people make him feel like he's a man. Like he's a man. Like because he has something to he has something to prove for himself. And
he has no. If y'all even find a man like that, y'all better run. You don't want no man.
He is not whole. He is not whole. So what he does is that he gets very wrapped up in these women who have issues, and he only feels whole when he feels like he's making someone else whole. So he's avoiding his own issues, trying to tackle everybody else's, and then when they no longer have an issue, now you're done with them.
He just sounds crazy.
That's how he comes off.
So the flashback to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
The flashback. He goes to go see his side piece while he's still married to Sincere. This is before the whole experiment, right?
That was his side piece? I thought that was before he even met Sincere Ray. Sorry. Yeah, that was before he even met Sincere Ray. This was when he first...
Wait,
remember the flashback from, was it last
okay,
episode?
the flashback, okay, I ain't gonna lie, the flashback is before, because that means...
was 5 years prior.
That means Caroline was with the lady before she got married, too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
My bad, because I was going to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me just say.
They had a flashback of him previously
with another girl
wanting to prop the question to his other girl, which we thought in the moment was Censoray because they hadn't shown her face and they hadn't connected the dots.
Oh, I thought it wasn't Censoray.
I thought it was.
No,
I didn't know that he was going.
I thought it was a side piece the whole time. I'm thinking like,
I thought it
your
was
wife.
Censoray that they were trying to go back to.
Okay, his wife is healing. She has healed, and now you gonna go out and find you a little side piece who got mental issues now? You done got over the drug issues. Now you got somebody with mental issues.
No.
Plus, not even just mental issues. Plus, she's bisexual as well. You know what I mean? And that's not a mental issue. She's just bisexual.
But he didn't know that. He walked in on that.
No, he knew that. You know what he said? You need to go ahead and take your bipolar medicine. She said, no, you keep saying as if this is an issue. This is not part of my bipolar issue. That's just my sexuality. My sexuality is not a mental issue. And he's saying it was. So that's why she couldn't tell Caroline, like, this is the issue. I'm going home with him. You need to leave. I pick him. She couldn't even say it because she's like, this is my sexual preference.
Like, you should be, this should be okay with you. That's how she acted. Like, this should be okay with you. Like, okay, yeah, I like women, but why is that a problem?
Yeah, and he's like, no.
Why would you have a problem with it of all things?
You need to go take your medicine for that. And she's like, no, it's a this is my sex. This is not a
This is my sexuality.
Issue.
This is not a sickness.
This is not part of my mental sickness. This is my sexuality. Like, he's like, no, that it is part of it. So tell her. And just how he said it. Now, he's a good actor, too. Just how he said it, I was just like, oh, this man's so crazy, girl. So after he done left this girl with this bipolar, now he done met up with Censoray, who has a drug issue. It's just a repeating thing. Like, he's gonna keep doing this over and over and over and over and over. And I don't even know who's gonna be the next victim.
And Censoray said, I don't know why you keep thinking that, I loved you, but I don't understand, like, until you figure out that there's a void in your own self that you need to figure out and deal with. Deandra, which was his experiment wife, ain't gonna be able to fix it. I can't fix it. Nobody can fix it for you. You just keep running and running and running, and you're not even trying to acknowledge that you are running.
Like, what is the reason
what's the issue?
behind it?
Yeah.
Why do you have to feel the need to go try to save somebody when you can't even try to save yourself?
Amen.
Okay, Dallas, you want to be a little detective? How about you be a detective in your
right,
life?
Girl. You said that.
So be a detective over your own life. You know what I mean? But then going back to Censoray, her flashback of being an escort.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how
Do
that
whatever
happened.
for the money.
Do whatever for the money. And I'm trying to figure out why at the end with Connor, the flashback came right before the time happened when she had to make a decision to either say I need you, because then she told Connor, she didn't tell him, she told the wind that.
But wait, we have to explain the decision.
No, I know.
First.
I'm just saying the whole flashback came at the same time.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? There was a flashback of her being an escort. She was an escort in her prior life, and she met up with Ellie Winslow. Connor. God, I tried to get rid of Ellie Winslow. She met up with Connor at the very end of the episode, and they finally met up. And Connor thought that she chose him. Yeah, chose him. But come to find out, of course she did. She chose her husband. So,
but he was understanding of that.
He was like, you know what?
I get it.
I get it. Y'all was together for seven years. Me and you was only 2 little months. I get it. But now you told me that he didn't choose you. Let me know when you ready. I'm gonna be right here waiting on you, baby girl. I'm right here with the 50 million. Well, she ain't tell him how much he had, but I'm right here with the 50 million. I'll come whenever you ready. Call me and I'm gonna be there. And I was just like, yes.
Yeah, he's like, anytime you need me and you ready to call me, I'm there. Like, don't hesitate, because I never forget what you changed in me.
Yeah, I wanted to tell her through the screen, girl, he got 50 million, girl. You better go, girl, because he got 50. 49.9999.
And he still got some things he need to work out.
But I wanted her to just grab him. Well, he do, but he got the money. He like you. Y'all try to figure that out. Hopefully y'all can get past some things. Maybe y'all can develop some things we don't know. But at least try it. There's nothing wrong with trying with the 50 million, girl. Nothing wrong with trying. When he realized that she supports something in him, though. He ain't crazy.
Yeah, because they both have lived a similar lifetime with messed up paths.
Yeah. So anyway, the doggone experiment, people. Before we get to that, the doggone experiment calls everybody, and let everybody know, hey, y'all got one more opportunity to reverse this whole thing back to how it was. Mm-hmm. We got one opportunity. You got 24 hours to get this plane ticket. We're going to have you guys meet at a remote location, and you guys figure out if this is what you really, really want. After 24 hours, everything, your decision stands.
From previously stays.
It stands. Which means, everybody could go back to normal. Everybody get their money back or whatever. Now, if everybody was smart, they would just go ahead and outsmart the little system and say, yeah, we're going to stay together. And then everybody get their money, then they separate their own money and then divorce later. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. I would outsmart the little system. Like, who is y'all a year later after we say yes? Where y'all gonna be at in our house? Y'all done see everything all in the house? Like, y'all don't know. I would tell my husband, hey, let's just say yes. You know what I mean? We'll deal with this later. Let's get out, Okay. So the question is, do you rather accept a spouse as is with everything or start over clean slate with nothing? So that's what I feel this whole second chance thing is all about. This whole second experiment, part 2, or whatever they want to call it. That's what I'm getting. And for me, I feel like Deandra is contemplating this. Should I start over clean or go with this doggone Connor who has lost his little mind just to get my money back? Maggie and I say Carson, huh? I meant to say Connor.
No, you said Connor.
Oh, I did?
You said Connor, yeah.
No, Carson is on the brain. Okay. So Carson and Maggie, I think, of course, Carson will consider this and go back to everything. I don't know what Maggie would do, though. Yeah,
at this point, Maggie is confusing me, so I don't know.
I don't know if she would do the second chance.
I just don't understand her.
I pray and hope that Sensei don't go back to this crazy behind Dallas, because he gets the award for the most craziest person in the whole wide world, who I don't even like on this episode. He is such a you
ain't like him the last episode either.
I didn't.
Or last
but
season.
He did on this review. He's the one. Okay.
He gets worst spouse this episode.
Yeah, he's the worst spouse in this episode. He is just terrible.
Dallas.
He's a terrible hot mess. His name doesn't need to be Dallas. It need to be
hot mess. Ham.
Overtown.
Since we can't say. Girl. Anywho. Okay.
First 48.
Next.
Okay.
Now, what about Sawyer and Caroline?
I think they'll reconsider.
I think they will reconsider too.
Only because she wants her money back.
Dang, you think it's about the money for Caroline?
Caroline is about.
You don't think she has no love for that man at all?
She picked up the phone for Connor in the middle of sex, girl. No.
Well, no, they weren't. They weren't having sex.
It doesn't matter.
I think it was just to tease him, to be funny, because that's the kind of relationship they have. Think about it. Everything they've ever done, they're very playful.
She is known, even when she was in that flashback, Dallas recognized who she was from wrestling. I mean, from fighting. Dallas recognized her, okay? Which means she was a big, huge name. He said her name. He didn't say Caroline. He said Caroline from her fighting. Yes, he did. He recognized her from fighting.
I don't know. I don't think, even though I do think she cares about the money, I don't think that's her decision making.
They're from Miami, okay? They're from Miami, and how we think. Like I said earlier, hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna tell this little machine thing. We're gonna get back together.
They would be the couple to do that if that did happen. They would be the couple because they are very. They're like, I like the fact that they actually come off as friends first.
No, they will continue to be friends.
Yes. Everyone else I don't think would be friends still, but I think them two would be friends still.
Yeah. That's what I got to say about that. I ran out of space. I had to get into my phone, y'all. So that's how much we had to type about this episode. That's why it's longer than the first review, because this one was...
Yeah, this one got more into detail about what's going on in their head and what has happened in their past that may contribute to where they are now, to decisions that they've made. So it took us a little longer to explain this one. But I am really truly looking forward to next episode because I'm ready for them to tell me why Maggie is acting crazy. Okay, because Carson is not a man that you leave. Okay, Carson is not a man that you just kick to the curb. Something is wrong with you. Okay,
we all know you don't keep the Carson.
You don't kick the Carsons to the top. You don't do that. I want to hear about Caroline Sawyer. I want to see the conversation between Caroline and Carson.
Yeah,
like where that's gonna go. I think that may actually be a friendship
because he called her.
Yeah. He said, "I don't have anyone else to talk to."
The Carsons will always be friendships. They will always be friends. But it takes a special kind of woman to know when to say, you're not no friend no more. Okay? But I won't say it. You got to tell me a little bit more, and I'd be like, okay, I accept. I wouldn't be like,
yes, Miss Dominant.
You know, I'm a little alpha, so I ain't coming in talking about, yeah, I want you to be my man. Oh no, honey, you gotta get the balls up to say it. But when he do get the balls to say it, I would say yes, Carson.
Yes, babe. I'm done. Okay, anyway. Okay, so this is Caroline and them. Okay, no, I don't really care about. I don't know what's gonna happen with the whole story. Don't say Dallas. But Dallas, I want to. What is up with Dallas? What happened to him in his past other than dealing with broken women? What happened to him that has him like issues. That? Like,
he has mommy issues.
He got a problem, and I'm really trying to figure out what that's about.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, he has mommy issues. Everybody has flashbacks up to this point except for Dallas. Dallas has mommy issues.
Dallas had a flashback, but his flashback was about his ex fiance or almost fiance or whatever.
It's his mommy issues.
His things need to go back a little further even before her, because I don't think that she was the turning point. Because he already had issues because in last episode, remember the flashback when he had the ring in his hand when he was on the phone was checking her phone. That's how he found out where she was. Where he called because he's a detective and he called and asked someone else in the precinct
about this girl.
Can you please call and check the location on this cell phone? So he had no clue where she was. He was going to go see where she was.
Yeah, he's just crazy.
So he had issues before her.
I need to see his flashback by his mommy issue because he definitely got mommy issues because it ain't daddy issues because daddy issues are Connor. It ain't that. It's mommy issues.
Okay. All right, we'll see.
Or grandma, somebody.
And then Deandra, I really want to see what happens with Deandra.
I want her to discover herself and make her realize a man doesn't have to make 6, 8, 10 figures for her to respect him and love him. You could have a man that makes under $100,000, under $50,000, or $30,000 a year, and he could still love you. Y'all can come together and make something beautiful. But
she also needs to learn how to trust men.
Yeah, that's
her issue is with trust. That's trusting them wholeheartedly.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah,
but that money was a big one too.
The money was a big issue.
You can have a man who come in here and be patient with you.
That's true,
and allow you to take the time to get to trust him. But then you still looking. You got a double whammy because now you still looking at him because he ain't got enough money.
Yeah,
like you got to get over that part. That money thing you got to get over because money ain't everything.
Amen.
As she can see, the money is gone. Okay,
so now what?
It's gone.
What
are you gonna do now?
But you still want him.
Yeah, but this was a good deep episode.
Yeah.
Only question I had about the episode was at the end when Connor was like, "We got 3 days," and I don't know what the 3 days were.
It did. He said, "Yeah, the 3-day thing." I got that message too. I was like, I didn't hear that part.
So I don't know what the 3 days were at the very last end of the episode versus the 24 hours for the plane ticket and whatever else
we missed that part, but.
Yeah, so
regardless, I really want to see who they choose to meet up with.
Yeah,
because it says if you want to reverse your decision,
you got to meet up.
You have to meet at a neutral.
I think everybody
gonna
go.
Opportunity to meet at a neutral place. I don't know if everybody's gonna go.
Yeah, I think everybody is gonna go.
I don't know everything,
and then you still have opportunity to stay or go. It ain't just it because you go. But anywho. Our review is
episode
long.
Will be interesting.
Yeah. So happy Thanksgiving, you guys. This is coming out on Thanksgiving for episode 3.
Yeah.
But then now this is the day before, so this is the eve. Everybody cooking up something, getting ready for tomorrow. You know what I mean? But yeah, so you guys make sure you like this video, comment below, let us know about the 3-day thing you talking about. Let us know whatever.
Yes, Kevin Foster, I believe, wrote this episode.
To Mr. Foster.
Mr. Foster, explain to us the
3-day.
The decision, like what the details of the decision, because maybe we didn't understand the decision
because of her accent was kind of, heavy.
Yeah, we didn't. So explain that to us a little thoroughly, so we clearly understand what the terms are for them meeting up and with who and all that stuff. So but very good episode, Mr. Foster.
Very thought provoking.
Yes, it definitely has us thinking. Again, you guys, these are situations in marriages that come up all the time. These are not rare things. This isn't a special case. Girl. A lot of marriages go through these very issues and problems. So
would you go in the house with your marriage?
Would I go in the house? No.
Okay.
I don't play them kind of games.
Okay.
No, we're not going to play them games.
We're going to end it because she's not going to play any games. But you guys have a good night. We're out. Whatever else. See y'all next week. Okay. Bye. Bye.